Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? It's Tia, and I'm here to bring you my recap, my review of Braxton Family Values, Season 2.5, Episode 4. Alright everybody, let's get to it, let's get started. Alright, first up on the scene is Trina and Tracy. Okay, they're at Trina's house. Trina asked Tracy how was her flight, and Tracy begins to tell her that, you know, it was good, but she said, oh, somebody was talking to me this whole entire time, and they just would not shut up, and everything like that. So they kind of talk about that a little bit. Then Trina says she's very excited about her photo shoot, but she's also very nervous about it. And Trina also shows off her nails. She said, oh, see my nails, and Tracy's like, yeah, they nice and everything. And she's like, yeah, it's for the shoot. She said, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to wipe. Because y'all know that's a big thing when people have like really long fingernails. They say that. They weren't that long to me. I just didn't like the way they look. They look too, it's a way that they shape the nail and make it look too fake when it's round. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. That's how Trina had her nails. So it didn't look good to me. If they would have been shaped a different way, it would have looked nicer. But anyway, they talk about that. And then Tracy says that she's happy for Trina, and then they talk about the video concept, and Tracy wants to have a cigar in her video. She's like, I want to be smoking a cigar. You know, that's just something about Tracy and the cigar thing. We don't know why, but basically this is like her snick, and this is what she wants to do in the video. So Trina also says that she's broke because of the video, that she didn't know the video was going to be as expensive as it was. And she said the video, on a side note, she said the video has costed $20,000. So she went way over budget and she's broke. And Tracy talks about the cigar again. She said, well, can I have a cigar in the video? Can I have a cigar while I'm in the video? And Trina keeps saying, why do you want this cigar, Tracy? Why? And Tracy said, because she just wants to be Tracy. And y'all, that's the end of the scene with the two of them. So, next up on the scene, you have Kmart, Towanda, and Trina. Okay? And they're at Evelyn's house. And they're talking about trying to have a surprise party for Trina because her birthday is coming up in the next couple of days, and they want to really do something nice for her. And I think that when she has her birthday, she don't really get a chance to spend it with her sister. So they're talking about trying to really do something nice and surprise her, and they want to get everybody involved and get together. And then they go to talk about Evelyn being a diabetic. I guess she's been diabetic for many, many years, and you know, Towanda says that Evelyn eats horribly, and they show snippets of her having cake and having juice and having different kind of stuff I guess diabetics shouldn't have, you know, if they're diabetic. They show that from the last couple of seasons. So you just see her eating and drinking bad and stuff like that, and they're just basically saying that they need to help her take care of her diabetes because they think that she's not doing what she should do as being diabetic and eating the right kind of foods and drinking the right kind of things. So they basically talk about that, and then that's basically the end of the scene with them. So you get to the next scene, which is Tracy and Terrance Lee Jones, the vocal coach. Okay, y'all been watching the show. Y'all know Terrance is very humorous and comical at best. He's very over the top with his vocal coaching, and he's been on the show numerous times, especially in the first season when everybody was going to try and get together and do this album that they never did do. So, you know, he's very familiar with them. He is their family vocal coach, is what Tracy said. So they're at the studio, and Tracy is trying to practice on her vocals. Tracy says on side notes that, you know, she don't think her sisters realize it, but she takes her singing very seriously, and she really wants to sing, and she really wants to do music in her life. So Terrance makes her run in place. So you see her run in place trying to sing and everything. He's basically saying that, you know, you gotta get your endurance up, and to get your endurance up, you gotta practice you know, moving fast while you're trying to sing. And Tracy said, you know, she's not used to it, and she's out of breath, and she's kind of like, you have to see it to believe it. You know, Tracy's kind of over the top with the way she is, and so is Terrance. So together they're like a hot mess when it comes to over the top. But it was very cute and funny. And you know, she basically just keeps running in place, running in circles, singing, moving what he's telling her to do. And then Terrance said, oh, like I said, Tracy was out of breath. Terrance said she did a good job, and she, after he says that, she kind of keels over on the piano. She's like, oh, and keels over because she's out of breath. And y'all, I don't think she was faking that. I think she was really out of breath, because I guess to do all of that, it takes, you know, stamina, and Tracy does not have it because she's not used to doing that. So after she keels over, that's basically the end of the scene with the two of them. So you get to the next scene. So next up is Trina and Rico, and they're at the dress shop, and Trina is trying on different things for her video shoot. She's trying on different clothes. So she tries on about 3 different things that we see. She first tries on this very tight spandex. Y'all know what spandex is. Spandex clothes, red. I think it was red all over, red with a little bit of black. Yeah, she looked really nice in the she looked nice in the spandex, y'all. So she looked good in that. And then she tried on something else that it was, I don't think it was a bathing suit, but it looked like a bathing suit to me. It was bathing suit material. It was a one piece, but she had I think she had sleeves on one and then nothing on the other. You know, it was bare up to, I don't know if y'all can see me, up to here. And the other one had like a little bit of sleeve like what I got. So she tried that on and she liked that. And then she tried on, no she didn't. She just tried on those 2. And then Rico goes to show her some gold fabric. And they're just trying to see what they're going to do with the gold fabric. It's just fabric that's, you know, about this long. And he's putting it around her waist, just saying, well, we're going to try and do something with it. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do it. So, after he shows her the fabric, you know, Trina sees Towanda's outfit, and she said Towanda's outfit is too sexy for the video. I guess Trina wants to be the only one that stands out, and she don't want nobody to upstage her because it's her video. So she makes the point that Towanda's outfit is too sexy, but you know, she kind of lets it go. And then her and Rico begin to talk about Tracy. She's like, you know, Tracy's going to be in the video. I want her to be in the video. She's going to be in the video. And Rico's like, well, what's she going to be doing? And Trina's like, I don't know, but she's going to be in this video, so I'm just letting you know. And y'all can see Rico's face. Rico was kind of like, you kind of like tell me at the last minute that you got an extra person in the video. And then with that being her sister, you know, they got to have wardrobes and stuff for everybody. And Trina says on a side note that Rico's stuff that he makes for everybody is real teeny, tiny little, you know, outfits for real small women. And Trina says she can barely get into it. So she said she don't know what's going to happen with Tracy, you know, because she was implying Tracy was bigger bones. So if it's hard for her to get into it, it's probably going to be hard for Tracy to get into it. But, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. Had to dig in my hair. So, you know, she's kind of worried and contemplating about that as well. And so they talk about a striped leopard type of outfit that I think that they were going to try and do for Tracy. So then they get done with everything, and Trina pays Rico, because they put it up on the screen for everybody to see, so we know. At least that's what we think we know. She paid $2,650 for the outfits, and Trina almost keeled over because she was like, oh my God, this is so much money, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she was just like, oh. And they made a big joke about whether or not he can cash the check. He's like, am I going to be able to cash it? She said, yeah, it's good, you can cash it, don't worry. You know, and they kind of made a joke about waiting a couple of days or something. But she's like, I got the money, don't worry. And then she said, I don't know what I'm going to do. So he gives her something to drink, and she said, I don't even know if I can drink this because she was just so blown away by how much money it was. Then she says I think it was on a side note, that she's going to have to ask Gabe for more money because she's tapped out. And then that ends the scene with them. So, next up, you have Kmart and Evelyn. Alright, y'all. They're at a restaurant. And they're basically at a restaurant bakery type of thing. And Evelyn is looking at all the sweets and everything. So she wants to have a piece of caramel cake. So her and Tamar began to argue about the damn cake, y'all. She's like, why you gotta have a piece of cake? You don't need that. You know you diabetic. And, you know, Evelyn was like, I'll have what I want to have. I'm grown, basically. You know, she was trying to kind of be smooth with Tamar, but at the same time set her straight at the same time. So the poor guy that's working there, she's like, yeah, I want a piece of caramel cake. And Tamar's like, you really gonna have that? She's like, yeah. She's like, please cut me a piece. She was like, please cut me a piece. So he's getting to cut Evelyn a cake, and she was like, you know, Tamar's like, you really gonna cut my mom a big piece like that? You really gonna cut her a piece like that? And Evelyn's like, yeah, he better. He better. He said, she's like, you cut a piece like you cutting for your mom. And the guy's like, I just work here. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. Poor guy. Because he's trying to cut her a piece that he would normally cut people. And Tamar's getting mad because he's cutting too big of a piece. And Evelyn's getting mad because he's trying to maybe make it smaller because of what Tamar's saying. Y'all, that was kind of a little, not a big mess, but a small mess. So he gets to cut her a nice big piece. And so they sit down. And they get to talking, and Evelyn is basically saying that she doesn't overdo it on sweet. She knows what she's doing. She knows she's diabetic. She knows what her problem is. She knows what her limits are, and she knows how far she can go to eat. And Tamar is basically just really concerned, and she basically doesn't believe her mom. She's like, you know, I'm really just concerned about you. I think you're really eating too many sweets, and, you know, you got to be careful. I don't want you to wind up having stuff happening to you because you're not taking care of yourself and you're not eating right. And Evelyn just kind of reassures her that she knows what she's doing, and she really is not, it's really not as bad as they're making it out to be, and that she just has to pretty much trust her. And so, you know, Tamar was like, okay. And so towards the end, it's like a bigger piece of cake left, and Evelyn says, you know, she's not going to eat all the cake. She said, you can have it if you want to. And so you see her giving the cake to Tamar, and she doesn't eat the cake, at least not on scene. Everybody. And that's the end of the scene with them two. So next up is Toni, Trina, Evelyn, Towanda, Tamar, and Tracy. All of the girls, all the sisters are at Tracy's surprise birthday party. It's at a restaurant, and so they have everything set up. It's not there's nobody in the restaurant but them two. I mean, but not them two, y'all. I'm sorry, the family. So Tamar, I guess she went to go get Tracy. So Tamar's coming in with Tracy, and they all, you know, yell surprise and happy birthday. You can see Tracy dancing and everything. She was really happy. And I think one of Toni's kids went to give her a hug. And so there was this big cake, and Tracy was like, you know, I wish I could get me like a dancer to come out of the cake. And then all of a sudden, her husband comes out of the birthday cake, y'all, dressed all up in nice clothes. And, you know, it was real sweet, you know. And she gave him a hug, because I don't think she knew he was going to be there. But maybe she did, maybe she didn't. And then her kids were there, so she was surprised to see them. So they all sit down, and they start opening up. Tracy starts opening up her gifts. So she particularly opens up this gift from Trina, and Trina gives her like a small bottle of perfume. You know, it was real small. I mean, you could tell it was small instead of being a big bottle. Tracy's very happy about it. Toni, I don't know, like, what the hell was Toni's problem? She goes in and talks to Trina, did you really buy her that small bottle of perfume? She's like, why you had to buy her a small bottle? It looks like it's a trial size. It looks like it's a sample size. Why you couldn't get her a bigger perfume? Make it look like she has enough in there. That's too small. And I'm thinking, Toni, like, what the hell is your problem? I mean, she was just going all in on Trina. I mean, she wasn't mad, but that's what she was saying to her. And I'm like, first of all, why are you trying to call Trina out for buying her something like that? That was from the heart. Maybe Trina didn't have the money to buy her something more, because y'all know she said she was broke. Or maybe whatever perfume she bought her, maybe she just thought that would be a nice size for her. Maybe she didn't want to buy a big size in case she didn't like the perfume. They didn't go into details about that, but the fact that Toni had to call her out about that, I thought that was very wrong of Toni. I didn't get that. And so Trina was just basically like, I got her while I wanted to get her. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You know, you need to, like, kind of leave it alone. And then Towanda finally says, you know, everybody, we need to focus on Tracy. This is Tracy and her birthday. Which I agree, because they were arguing over something that was like stupid in my book, and if she had an issue with it, if anything, she should have pulled her to the side and said something to her, not said in front of everybody, because that is what she did. And I don't understand why she had to make that a big deal. But anyway, that's me. I didn't. That's the one thing I didn't like about Toni. When she said that, I looked at her sideways like, Toni, really? Yeah, that's the face I got. So anyway, they sing happy birthday to her again, and she blows out the candles with her hands like this. And then that was the end of the scene with them. So you get to the next scene, which is Trina. She's basically at her rehearsal, and she's dancing, trying to learn all her moves. She's like in regular dance wear, and you just see her basically practicing for the moves for her video shoot. Trina said that she's very stiff, and she basically just keeps practicing for the shoot. And that's basically all you see, her just practicing, moving, dancing, twirling around, trying to get everything, and basically saying she don't have enough time to do it in, and she's kind of nervous because it takes a long time to learn dance steps. And you just basically see her just practicing, and that's basically the end of the scene with them, with her and her dancers, you know, trying to practice. So that's the end of their scene. Okay, you get to the next scene, which is Tracy and Terrance again, the vocal coach. So she comes back, and Tracy's wearing like this dress, like real, it just do cover her behind, but it looks nice on her, right? How about Terrance tells her that she needs to wear a certain kind of wear for endurance. So if she's going to try and run, move, and everything the way he wants it to, she can't be wearing what she had on. Tracy was just kind of like, whatever. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. I ain't trying to, you know, move around like that. Anyway, basically is what she had said. I think she said on the side note, like, I'll wear what I want. I didn't come here to be jogging around a place like that. So whatever I got to do and what I'm wearing, I'm going to wear it. So, you know, you see Tracy singing, and so she's singing to build her endurance, and she sings this spiritual song. I don't remember the name of the song. So she sounds good to me. And then she's singing, so she says, you know, can I do Toni in the end? So she did all the runs. She sounded just like Toni. And you know, it's kind of cute. So Terrance said that she sounded good, but they still got a lot of work to do with her voice and to get her to where she needs to be. And Tracy says on a side note that, you know, she knows it's a lot of work and she wouldn't mind. She just wants to get a hit and everything and be out there where people can see her. And then she said she wouldn't mind being a one-hit wonder, y'all. And that ended the scene with the two of them. So you get to the next scene, which is Towanda, Tamar, Trina, Tracy, and Evelyn. Okay, they're all at Evelyn's house, and they are raiding Evelyn's house. They're like, her refrigerator, I'm sorry. They're like, let me see what you got going on in here, because, you know, they start talking about her being diabetic. So let's see what you got going on. And Lord, y'all, they just took all kinds of stuff out that they didn't like. She had pig feet, she had cake, she had sweet tea, and some other stuff. They're like, Mama, what you doing all this stuff? This stuff is not good for you. This is all the kind of stuff that you can't eat. And so Evelyn basically told her, you know, I didn't buy all this stuff for me. It is for the kids. And they're like, for the kids? So what's it doing here? She said, I bought that for the kids. You got kids. You got kids. You got kids. I bought it for them. I didn't really buy it for me. And so she, you know, she was saying it wasn't all for her. So Trina is afraid that she's going to end up like her aunt, which she goes to talk about on a side note, which was an amputee. I think they said that it was Evelyn's sister, if I'm not mistaken, and she was diabetic as well, and for whatever reason she wound up having both her legs amputated from the diabetic, and I guess they might have been saying that she didn't eat well, that was the cause of what happened. I don't know. That's what it was implied, and they don't really want her to wind up losing body. It's not funny, but wind up losing body parts, limbs, bones, and stuff like that. So that they feel like that you can control and work on where it doesn't have to come to that. So you know, Evelyn said that she's had diabetes for so many years, and she knows about her insulin shots and stuff like that, so she understands. And so Tamar also said she was concerned like she did before when they were together at the restaurant. And then Evelyn says, okay, you know, she said that she will see a nutritionist about the kind of foods that she eats. And she also agreed about their concern for her. And then she said, okay, she said, y'all can take all the stuff that you think is bad. Go ahead and take it. So everybody, Towanda, Tamar, and Trina and Tracy, they all took all the bad stuff, the cakes, the pig feet and everything, and took them with them so that she wouldn't have it in her refrigerator no more. And y'all, that was in the scene with all of them. So you get to the last scene, yeah, which is Trina at her video shoot. Okay, Tawanda's there, and Towanda gets there and she's upset because she looks at the area and she said, you know, this is it. This is all she's got going. Like the room, she said, was bare and it wasn't enough. She said she got to the dressing room. There was no dressing room like she really thought she should have. The room that they did have her in was bad lighting, so she asked, you know, somebody to get her some light so Trina could be able to see herself when she's changing her clothes. Then they get to Gabe. You see that Gabe is there, and he's glad to be there. And he's also writing out money and stuff for people that need to get paid. You see him and Trina talking, and he writes out checks to certain people. And Gabe is asking her, like, you know, how far are we already behind? And she said, yeah, we're going to be behind. We need like a couple more hours. And he's like, well, we need to stay on budget. She's like, we're already over budget. And Gabe was like, okay. It was kind of funny because it was like everything Gabe was saying. She's like, look, we're already over budget. We're already behind schedule. It's no way to get around it. Please deal with it, basically. And so Gabe was like, you know, understanding, so to speak, and just kind of walked off and handled other things. So it was funny. So Trina starts to do her video scenes. You see her like on the roulette, you know, with different takeouts that they were showing her in, and her standing and stuff like that. So she's with the leading guy, and they make a cut and take a break. So Gabe is like, you know, he's no Gabe. Let me try and help him out. So he's telling the guy he needs to like push up on her, like that's his woman, that's his girl. And you know, Twan said, Gabe, what are you doing? What's going on? He's like, I'm just trying to help him out. I got the money. I paid for this. Let me handle what I need to do. And she's like, oh, no. She's like, Trina, come get your man. And y'all, that's the part that they showed from that was supposed to be for this episode, and they made it sound like it was going to be this real big hoopla bad thing, but it really wasn't. I thought it was kind of cute the way Gabe was showing the leading guy how to push up on Trina, and basically what I just told you about what he said and the people listening and him being with Towanda and saying, Trina, come get Gabe, that was it. Because after that, they didn't even show Trina with Gabe. Well, Trina said that Gabe needs to stay in his lane and let the director handle it, because I think it was Brian. He was like, I got this, Gabe, I got this, let me do my job, I got it, we got everything straight. Because I guess Brian didn't like that, but you know, Gabe backed off, and then they continued to do the scenes. And so you know, you just see them doing the shoot. You see Tracy and her cigar, you know, bouncing and everything like that. You see Towanda in the background as well. Trina's breast almost popped out with one of her outfits. They showed it where they had blurred it, so I guess you could see a little bit of nippleage or whatever. But they fixed it, and she kept dancing. And then again, you see Trina on the roulette where she's during the video shoot, she's singing while it's on the roulette, where the roulette spins around. And then you see Trina performing her spandex where she's standing up, which is the most choreographed part that she had. And she did her scene and everything, and she looked really good. Again, you see Trina, you see Tracy, you see Towanda, and then you see everybody in the background. You see the guys dancing around her. It was really nice. So she gets done with that scene, and then that's pretty much it. They were done, and everybody was clapping and everything because they were done with everything they had to do. And you know, Gabe told Trina that he was proud of her, and she was like, "You proud of me, Gabe?" She's like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, you did a good job. I liked it." So Trina said she appreciated it, and she appreciated Gabe. And he's like, give me a hug. She's like, you want a hug? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay. And so they hug each other. And then that was the end of the scene. And that was the end of the episode. So everybody, that was the end of the show. It was pretty good. This week coming up, it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting again. They're going to show highlights of Kmart and Vince and Toni, Trina as well as Gabe. It looks like it's going to be pretty good, y'all. So, alright, so that's it. So, don't forget to comment, rate, and if you're not subscribing, then please subscribe to my channel, okay? Alright, everybody. I would like to thank you for watching. You have a good day, a good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. You take care, and I hope to see you in the next video, alright? Alright, everybody, I'm out. Peace and blessings, and again, take care. Bye-bye.